what's up everyone? It's Connor from Fitnessangelo, and today I want to do a review that a lot of you guys have been asking about. It's about the Adipowers. As you guys can see, I have many different types of shoes. I have one right here, the Vibrams. I have the Toms, the good old Chucks or Vans or whatever you call them. And then I got the Adipowers over here. So we're going to talk about the purpose of the weightlifting shoes, what is it used for, sizing, and lastly price and overall experience of what I think about them. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, the Adipowers. The Adipowers, it's a very nice shoes if you guys can see this. It's actually a weightlifting shoes. It says weightlift right there by Adidas, guys. I believe this was created for the 2012 Olympics. Adidas released it then. It's very nice. It has an elevated heel, guys. The heel is actually 24 millimeter heel and a 4 millimeter forefoot. Right there, the heel is made out of it's made out of injected polymer. So bam, right there. I know this is compared to the old. I think Adidas had another type of weightlifting shoes. I believe it's called the Adi Star, something along those lines. But I've never tried those, so I can't compare them to that. So this is what it looks like, guys. Overall, it's very solid. Stitching is very good, as you guys can see. I've had this for about 2 weeks now. So right there, nothing's wrong there. It's like a leather with a lot of mesh in there. One mesh part right there. It's very breathable, so your foot does not get sweaty. Right there, you guys can see another breathable spot right there, and there's one at the back, at the other side. Here's the strap, and then the laces over here. And I don't lace mine all the way to the top. But yeah, so that's the shoes itself, guys. What is it used for? It is used for Olympic lifting. I personally use it for my leg day, such as squat, hack squats. I haven't tried it on my military press, overhead press that is. That's what I use it for. But originally, guys, it is made for weightlifting, such as Olympic lifting, such as clean and jerk, clean and snatch, all those Olympic liftings that you see those Olympic lifters do in the Olympics itself. So that's what it's mainly used for. I know a lot of people ask me if you can use this for your bench, if you can use this, I don't know, to bicep curls. But I would not recommend using it for bench because I don't see the point of it, guys, personally. The reason why they have the elevated heel is, if you think about it, when you're squatting, a lot of people have that problem of getting depth, right? Because your foot is flat on the ground. So now your foot is flat like this. Imagine if you're squatting downhill. The trunk and your hip will be able to go lower in a much easier fashion compared to if you're just standing straight on a flat ground like this. So that's one of the reasons why weightlifting have an elevated heel, guys, is to help you get that depth, and it helps you to be able to stretch your ankle more. Helps to stretch your hip flexors, your lumbar, your trunk, and everything. So that's what it's mainly used for, guys. If you're thinking of using it for the bench press, I don't see what the reason is and what's the advantage of it itself. So I can't tell you, to be honest, I can't tell you the whole scientific idea behind it, but all I can tell you is that it is very good for squatting. I already told you why. It gets you easier depth. If you think about it again, like I said, you know, the whole entire elevated heel. So you don't want to be squatting like this, right? Because it'll be hard to get even past parallel. If you squat like this, yeah, it's kind of easy to get parallel, but imagine if you're elevated. It's going to be a lot easier for you to hit that parallel mark. So that's that. The color comes in red, and this is the only color that Adipowers have. Comfort-wise, guys, it is very comfortable. The first day I got them, they were really, really tough to break in. My foot was kind of in pain, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as everyone said it was. But it definitely is. I personally don't use it to walk around the gym with. I usually switch out to my sandals or something along those lines with socks on, of course. And I just put these on whenever I'm going to do my hack squats, whenever I'm going to do my squats, my front squat, anything along those lines. So I don't walk around the gym with them because personally I just don't want to ruin them, guys. So I know that's one of the big questions that people have. So I personally switch them off, but I mean, it's up to you if you want to wear around your gym if you think it's comfortable enough. So you can do that. Another thing I want to talk about is sizing. I know a lot of you guys have a question about that because I know you can only get these online. I think I've never seen them in a retail store itself. So let's compare them. If you guys know, I used to lift in these bad boys right here, and I still do. I still do my deadlifts with them. They're pretty beat up, but I still use them. Here's the Vibrams. I believe these were 48 something for my size, that is. So that's that. I usually wear a size 8, 8.5, somewhere along those lines. I actually talked to a lot of my friends, and they said to get a half size smaller. If you guys read out there, and I've read before I bought the shoes, I've actually read from other forums that you want to get a size bigger because the toe box is it's very narrow. And I myself have a pretty wide foot. So I was really afraid about that. But I got a half size smaller, guys. I got an 8 right here, and they fit just perfectly. There's a little room here and there, but it's just so snug and it feels really well. Especially for an Olympic lifting shoes, weightlifting shoes, you want something to be really snug so you stick to the ground. So there's no lateral or horizontal movement. So that's that, guys. If you're looking for the sizing itself, one tip I would really advise you guys to do is before you guys buy the Adipowers itself, go to your Sports Authority or something along those lines. Try an Adidas shoes out. That's what I did. I never owned a pair of Adidas itself, but I went to Sports Authority. I tried the different sizing, and I found that 8 is perfect for me, guys. Adidas do their sizing true. They're true to size. They don't have any different sizing. I know like Nikes that your sizing might be different in different Nike shoes, but in Adidas itself, I believe that they're all run true to size. So try it out. Try like I tried a tennis shoes, and I tried those, and they fit perfectly. And I ordered these the same size as I did the shoes that I tried on Sports Authority, and they fit just perfectly. So that's my biggest tip for you guys on these bad boys. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to think, should I get these or should I get the Vibrams? Guys, the thing about these is that the stability you get from this weightlifting shoes, the Adipowers itself, it's uncomparable to the Vibrams itself. If you guys can see from my squat, it's a lot more better, a lot more depth, a lot more tight and just stability compared to this. If you guys see this, a lot of time my knees cave in. Sometimes I have lateral movements during my squats. But with these guys, your knees will not cave in even during the heavy sets of squats. That's what I found out about it. It feels like you're literally going to explode out of the hole on the squat, that is. And that you really get that nice stability. You feel like you're on the ground and you stick to the ground. And your foot has a jetpack in them, if that makes sense. Are they worth it? I know a lot of people are like, why would you buy shoes like this just to go and squat and do your leg work in? Well, first of all, they're hot as heck. They're flashy as anything. And they're really cool, right? But other than that, about the cool aspect about it, I really think it's a good investment for those who's really trying to work on their depth and then they want to get better on their squat, you know. All these weightlifting things, all these squats, deadlifts, bench press, military press, all these types of lifts require a skill. It requires a skill, so why not get something that will help you get better at that skill, right? So that's the reason behind it. That's the reason why I got it. It is definitely an investment, guys, especially for someone who's a college student. I really think it's worth it for those who can afford it. But I mean, it's not like it's gonna make or break you depending on. It's not like if you don't have these, you're not gonna be able to squat for life. So other than that, I hope these answer some of the questions you guys have. So I hope you guys understand the whole sizing thing. Again, I would advise to go to Sports Authority or go to a sports store. Try an Adidas shoes out. Try it out. Find your correct size on Adidas shoes. And then finally get some of these bad boys. And you'll be like the rest of the cool kids. Compared to the Romaleos, I know a lot of you guys seen the Romaleos too. Matt Ogus has them. Dan from Home Physique has them. I don't know how to compare those to them because I've never tried the Romaleos itself. I've only tried these. But I mean, I bet the Romaleos itself is also another great weightlifting shoes. You can't go wrong with Romaleos or Adipowers. But guys, this is the Ferrari of them all, of the weightlifting shoes that is. So nice. Thick, tight, solid. Get them so you can be cool like the rest of us. Just kidding. Much love. Hope this answers everyone's question about this weightlifting shoes. Post comments below any questions. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And until then, I hope you guys enjoy your day. And God bless you guys. Peace.